जेहेतु कोविड-19 कथाटे अच्छी जहाँ निष्पत्ति हम तापर आपण से संपर्क अवगत हेबे।
Uncertainty seems to have become the new normal for students and educators as COVID pandemic shows no signs of abatement in the country. While it continues to hit all sections of the society and economy in myriad ways, education is one of the worst hit sectors. In a latest development, a day after the CBSE and ICSE announced to cancel the pending examinations of class 10 and 12, the boards today declared that they have come up with an internal assessment formula based on the marks achieved by students in last 3 papers of board exams. Both CBSE and ICSE have informed the Supreme Court that results will be declared by July 15. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta has stated that no examinations will be conducted in July. However, for class 12 students, there would be an option to appear for the examination later when the situation is conducive. For the students who decide to appear for the examination conducted by the board at a later date, the marks scored in the exams will be considered as final. As for the internal assessment, the exact percentage of marks that would be awarded and the formula has not been shared by the board. After weeks of speculations, CBSE yesterday informed the Apex Court that the board exams for the remaining papers scheduled from July 1 to July 15 stand cancelled. With experts predicting that the COVID graph will take a steeper curve in the month of July and August, it has also raised questions on the likelihood of exams like JEE Mains, which is scheduled from July 18 to 23, medical entrance examination NEET slated for July 26, the CTET exam 2020 among others. This brings us to another important question. Is online education the only way out? COVID-19 has transitioned mode of education across universities in India. The sector has gone online way from physical. While private institutions are not facing many issues, the public ones are still grappling with many. Teachers find ways out to teach and reach more students. The students are mostly seen glued to phones and computer screens. With lockdowns being the norm at least for larger congregation and vulnerable areas like school, how has it affected education system and what's the way forward? The most important factor in online education is the need for high-speed internet and education delivery platforms for learning management systems, besides stable IT infrastructure. This is not only for the educational institutions but also students in nook and cranny of the country. Not to mention Odisha, where seamless internet facility remains a distant dream even today. In Odisha, where last mile connectivity is still a dream for basic education, despite decades after independence, online education seems to be a far-fetched idea. At a time when online education holds the key during the COVID-19 pandemic, a whopping 38 lakh students are yet to come under its purview. School and Mass Education Minister of Odisha, Samir Ranjan Das, informed the state that out of 60 lakh students in Odisha, nearly 22 lakh are accessing education through various apps, including Diksha, Madhu and Siksha Sanjog. The government has also to take into account numerous repercussions the present pandemic is going to put on the education sector, because it is quite possible that fewer students will go back to schools when they reopen and even less will go abroad soon, student debt crisis, reforms in examinations and grading among other challenges. But despite all that, the crisis has also created opportunities to usher new reforms in the sector. For example, the interim report on the new National Curriculum Framework, that is NCF, for school education by the NCERT, which is being revised after 15 years, will be ready by March 2021. NCERT will make changes in the textbooks for the first time in more than 15 years in accordance with the new NCF. Subject experts will initiate this process for school education and give interim report by December 2020. Odisha too is also aiming to move in line with the current scenario. The State School Education Program Authority has directed all district education officers in the state to implement Vidya Dan program, a common national program for individuals and organizations across the country to donate, contribute e-learning resources for school education to ensure continuity of quality learning. The existing systems developed include EPG Pathshala, Swayam and NEAT, that is Enhancing Employability. All these are supported by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, the National Council of Educational Research and Training and Department of Technical Education. Other online platforms include the National Project on Technology Enhanced Learning, National Knowledge Network, and National Academic Depository, among others. This is time to adopt a focused, systematic program of using the power of technology to enable learning. Some teachers use technology in best possible way, like uploading it to the web, adding supplementary videos, notes, comments and feedback from students over a period of time, available online and viewed by anyone who wants to learn. However, all this is easy said than practically done. In India, not every student has a computer or fast streaming internet at home. Once online education becomes the norm, it could have negative repercussions for teachers and students. There could be a loss of information, understanding, pay cuts, upkeep and funding of public institutions, particularly in STEM subjects, which might reduce universities to examining bodies. When we talk about higher education, it is not limited to classes, grades and exams. It becomes the mainstay of a student's experience to soon join workforce with requisite knowledge and skills. What about examinations, results, internships and placements? None actually knows the way forward.